Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Maroon Mic. This is a very, very special episode because we are reaching the end of the semester. And with me, I have four of probably one of the most important people on campus next year. At least one of them will be. And we're going to find out very soon who that's going to be. But I have with me the four um, presidential candidates for the SGA for next year. I have with me Roa, Sheikha, Omar, and Hazem, and I'm so happy to have you guys here. Can't wait to get talking and see what you guys are up to, and just learn a bit more about you guys. And yeah. So to begin, let me just go through here one by one. Give me your name, give me your major, give me what you're doing, and just tell me a bit about you. If you want to start with Roa.
So hello everyone. My name is Road Hadi. I'm a chemical engineering junior. I am currently in the SGA as the chair of events committee. And the most SGA thing I have done is I've been part of the organizing committee for every event for the last 2 years. So yeah.
Impressive. Sheikha.
Hi everyone, I'm Sheikh Al Abdel Jabbar. I'm an electrical engineering junior, and I'm also currently in the SGA as a junior representative. The most SGA thing I've done is stand up for students when they write within every department and make sure they're heard.
Okay. Hazem.
Hi everyone, my name is Hazim Laji. I'm a mechanical engineering junior. I am not part of the HGA this semester. I am a standby researcher for Dr. Burji. And the most HGA thing I've done is something all people in the HGA have to do, which is clean the karak and get the karak. And that is tiring, but it's fun.
It is very. And Omar.
Hi everyone, I'm Omar Allawi, known as Allawi around in campus. I'm a mechanical junior right now, next year going to senior. The most SGA thing I've ever done was being a mean representative for 2 years consecutive, and hopefully next year being the president.
Inshallah. Look, I wish you guys all the best, each one of you. I'm not allowed to have a personal preference, and I will not share with you if I do have a personal preference. But I wish all of you guys equally the best of luck, and let's see what the next few weeks have.
Thank you, Hassan.
And yeah, I mean, we can get started again, guys. I want to urge you. This is, just us casually talking to each other. So I want you to guys speak as freely as you want, and I want to start with a very important thing, which is the fact that we've been online for 2 months. I know one person here was with me for the
Wow.
first month of that. Um, but what do you guys think? What's been happening? How does it feel to be online for this long? Omar, I know you
I
were with me
think
in Turkey.
I
Yeah.
think
So
it
sorry.
was honestly horrible. I think it was honestly horrible because I feel like engineering cannot be done online. It's
Yeah.
genuinely impossible.
I
Like
totally agree with Roa.
Yeah,
I've been missing uni facilities, like everything we've had in uni. I've been needing so much, and especially like with work, because I'm also a research assistant, and it's like my entire job is in the lab. So I've been working online, and it's like impossible to get work done. So it's like everything required for me to be in uni. So it's been honestly really, really hard. Yeah.
Yeah, even courses. I mean, I'm only taking two courses, but being able to focus or not being able to focus is one of the biggest problems, honestly, for
Yeah.
me personally.
Yeah,
Look, I'm not gonna lie. The
and
first part was nice and everything, but
uh,
later we felt it like, okay, we're having online, we're having fun, but you miss the uni life where we pass by the
Yeah.
student lounge, hear us screaming in the lounge, and like everything, like, okay, uni cannot be online no matter what we do.
Mm. Sheikha,
أنا
sorry, you
I'll
were
be
going to say
honest.
something? Because
Go.
I think Sheikha got interrupted. You were
oh
going to say
yeah,
something?
I
Oh, sorry.
was saying that even exams got way harder than when we
Yeah.
were. Yeah, and of course we missed the events that are happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
honest. I'm just gonna say this out there. My summer semester or my summer started February 19, last day of uni before spring break. My mind has been in constant, doesn't know if we're off ولا exams, off ولا exams.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's definitely harder being online than on campus. So trust me, at least the mechanical juniors, we all want to go back. All.
Yeah, but I've heard stories. I
Yeah.
don't think it's very fun for you guys right now, huh? But yeah, I
Hassan,
mean,
what do you think?
me,
Yeah.
wallahi, look, and I've been kind of chilling. I only have two courses, but the most annoying one is senior design because honestly, I hope all of you guys get to do it on campus next year. Because the second that we
Yeah, I
turned
hope
online,
so.
it kind of it was annoying. I mean, it's still, alhamdulillah, we're doing well. We kind of figured out how to move our project to a digital project, sort of. But it's just annoying because you can't really focus on it, and all the things that you were planning for like more than one semester, you just couldn't be able to finish that. And we were building on the ROV. Some of you guys have seen it, and it was going to look very nice. And it was going to be something very, very exciting to see actually move underwater. But alhamdulillah, regardless, I mean, we move on from it. And honestly, the fact that it's pass fail now is even better. So
Yeah.
I can just focus on passing the courses. But yeah, I mean, it's just honestly basically what you guys were saying, like about quizzes and things getting harder while you're online. I think it's mainly because you can't focus much or not as much as you could before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Okay, enough about online. I want to ask a more personal question to each one of you. You guys are now
Yes.
going into your senior year. I can tell you from experience, it feels different. You feel different. You feel like there's not much more coming. There's not much more left, and you actually have a mental adjustment to it. But before you step into your senior year, I want you guys to reflect on your freshman year. I want to see what you guys think of that and the journey that you guys have taken. How are you compared to now in your freshman year? Like, what has changed the most about you? I've personally changed a lot. I mean, some of you know me from when you were freshmen. I was a completely different person in some ways, and I'm pretty sure some of you were as well because I remember you from your freshman year. But yeah, what do you guys think? If anyone wants to start, Hassan, you look
So
excited.
I'm looking if anyone's gonna speak. I don't want to interrupt anyone.
me
Go for
too.
it.
I'd say I matured a lot. Like I came in with the mindset I had of a senior in high school. I thought in senior high school I was mature and like, the oldest person in school. So
Mm,
when I entered uni, I had that same mindset, but I knew my standing. But definitely more mature, more calm-headed, slower in understanding things, observing things. But I'd say I'm still myself. I'd say quote unquote goofy. I like to joke around. I like people to talk to me. So I'd say I just matured mentally, I'd say.
that's good. Yeah.
Look, for me personally, it wasn't like I learned a lot. Like from freshman till now, I could say I've become way calmer. Like you pick stuff on the way, you know who to trust, who not to trust, and we can't lie, and we all been through it. So, but still, I'm Alawi that's known, open to everyone, and listen to everyone, and alhamdulillah, known by everyone. So, learned a lot, told you become calmer. Study-wise, nothing pretty much changed except mechanical got tougher. And life-wise, it teaches you a lot, to be honest.
Sheikh, what about you? Because I know that you had a bit of a different story than all of us going into this
Yeah,
uni.
I've told this story like many times in my life before. My freshman year was actually in a different uni. I was in QU.
Mhm.
It's mostly study oriented, not like campus life oriented. And I didn't really like this kind of orientation towards uni. I mentioned this before that the best 4 years of my life is the best 4 years if you make sure that it happens.
So, yeah,
So I made the change to switch unis and I transferred to TAMQ, which alhamdulillah was the best decision at the time and I don't regret it at all. And yeah, that's
yeah,
mostly it.
yeah.
I think my experience was kind of similar, but I was in Tamakyu the whole time. But since high school, I was very like academic focused that my biggest goals coming into uni were just majorly academics. And I remember I came in and it was only the two, three people I knew from school that I used to talk to or hang out with, but I hated socializing. And then I realized like when I started to see the campus life and when suddenly like uni was closing. I saw how much the SGA played a role, and I saw how organizations like tried to create events to create like an environment to basically let us know that it's still going to be okay. That's
Yeah.
when I realized like, oh, like there's more to it. There's more to university than academics. And then that's when I slowly started to join organizations, and year by year I've been growing more and more. And yeah, so it's been a huge drastic change since freshman year.
I have a question to Sheikha because I think you have the most unique experience going into this uni. Was there like any single event or something that happened in your first year at Texas where you were like, yeah, this is very different? Like, or was it just a general thing?
Not much. Maybe like curriculum-wise, it was a bit different. The pressure was definitely different. And I saw a community, like everyone is so well together. In QU, people were like, because the community was so huge, it wasn't like a whole.
Yeah,
At Tamuku, everyone felt connected,
yeah,
like
makes
a
sense.
part of an identity.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that makes our uni have to stand out from other unis in QF. I mean, I don't know if you guys have a lot of exposure. So I have friends in other universities. Some of them make fun of us because we're weird, but some of them uh, like envy us kind of because in Texas you can see that everyone knows everyone and everyone's like cool with everyone, which
Yeah.
I don't know, it's something that you don't see in
There's
many other
something
places.
also, they fear us also. I don't know why.
Yeah, some of them.
I think
Like,
they see Haslam 6'8"
اه
and they
اه
get scared. And I would get scared too, you know.
بس
Like I,
أهم شيء the most important thing that every uni in شو اسمه QF they know we make the best events and we've
صح.
all been part of the event processing here so we all know that that's also true.
but
Yeah,
it's not like the events, it's the vibes. Like it's
والله,
authentic. I
yeah.
don't know if you get my point.
And started copying
Yeah.
our bands.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
failed يعني but it's fine.
without mentioning
With
anyone in particular, we have
plus with the
a
lower budget.
yeah.
Let's not forget this here. It's a
Is
Yeah.
that something you guys are gonna fix next year?
Time to
Hopefully.
talk to Miguel.
Time to
Hopefully.
talk to the big boss. Okay, a bit more about student life since that's what we've been talking about so far. We do need to kind of have this as a, get to know what you guys think, what you guys' opinions are on different things. So a bit more of a situational question to throw out there. And you guys can agree with each other, disagree, whatever you want. But let's say you do end up the president of the SGA next year, inshallah. One of you does become. And you are, well, like, what kind of person are you in terms of responding to others that disagree with you? Is this something that is kind of one of the most important qualities to have, at least from my experience in leadership? And I know that everyone reacts to things in a different way, but that's kind of, in my opinion, one of the most defining characteristics that someone can have or reactions that someone can display. So what do you guys think? Like, let's say you're making a decision and you're so convinced by it, but or some people are making some very valid points against you. How do you approach that? If anyone of you wants to start with that.
I think
Um,
the most, oh, Sheikh, you can go ahead.
you can go.
Okay. I was gonna say, I think the most important thing is, of course, hearing them out. You need to know exactly where this issue is coming from. Why are they strongly opposing to this matter? And I honestly believe whether you're a president or not, you can be making bad decisions or like decisions that aren't like you think you're putting in the best effort and you think that, okay, I am doing the best and I have everyone's best interest in mind, but then you kind of overlook small things because honestly, like a presidential role, that's probably like you have a lot on your plate. So I think you might end up overlooking things. And I think it's the healthiest form of leadership to be able to embrace all of these differences. So hearing them out, making sure that you can be able to make a compromise in your decision. If you see that this is the best fit and there is no compromise, then I think the best thing you can do is communicate that fact as best as possible. And of course, like as respectful as possible. Like you cannot be
Yeah,
getting passive aggressive. You cannot be getting rude with your responses.
fair. Sheikh, do you agree?
Yeah, I agree a lot. For me, it starts with the mindset that you already have. Like being a president or not, you will go through life, go meet a lot of different people that won't agree with your beliefs. with what you believe in, your opinions and everything else. So you have to have that mindset set already, that everyone would have their differences about a lot of things. And what's important is how you respond to them. As Ra'a mentioned, we should listen and know like where the problem is, and take it up to a vote maybe if
Mhm.
it's a team like in the SGA. And we should be open to new ideas. Like we're all from different communities, different countries, different backgrounds, and maybe these new ideas that, in my opinion, were not right are actually more than right. So we have to
Yeah,
be open to new things.
Yeah.
I
yeah, I
agree with
agree with
you.
that. Yeah,
But I would say like it's not about the position, more about the present. Like you can be like at a leadership position, but if you're not present, your position at the end is useless. I don't know if you're getting my point. Like being present, you feel and go through what the people like your team goes through, so you can deliver more, understand more what's the situation. And I would like to add, if you it's being a leader with a good team,
yeah,
like leader, you can of course make the team better, but if the team is not good, you face trouble with that. And everything much as Roa and Sheikh has said before.
Yeah,
yeah, same.
I think we all have the same idea of this. I agree with them. Uh, I'd like to also add, I know nothing is perfect, no one is perfect, but I'm putting myself in a position, like if I'm imagining the scenario, where I'm trying to make a decision, let's say on my own to begin with, and then I want to see how other people might perceive this in my own head. Like I try
Mhm.
to do different perspectives. So
Yeah,
if I, let's say, make a decision and I say it to the board and someone disagrees, honestly, my first opinion, the first thing that comes to mind is, okay, why are they disagreeing? How did I not think of that? I need to be
صح.
شوية rational, understand it on my own, and then when I take my time, tackle the problem as engineers, then I start talking with the board, say, okay, I didn't think of that. What do you guys think? We weigh it out, and probably it will go to a vote at the end. So just
Yeah,
be rational and communicate properly.
Yeah,
makes
and
sense.
adding to what was said, I feel like everyone should put personal things aside, because being in a board, you need to let go of all grudges and keep in mind that if anyone disagree with you, it doesn't mean that they have a personal problem with you, because at the end
Yeah.
we all have a similar goal to reach. Yeah.
Okay.
And I want
Um,
to add on. Oh,
yeah, yeah, sorry, continue.
I want to add on to what Omar was saying. Another thing that I find is like kind of beneficial about this board specifically is that now that we're narrowing down from like 20 people to 10 people, I feel like it's much easier to come to a rational decision that's like collective across 10, 11 people, if it's like a smaller circle. And I feel like since these 10 people are already like people with different strengths, like you're gonna have someone who's good at marketing, you're gonna have people who are in the mechanical department, the electrical department, etc. I feel like it's much easier then to have like a best decision coming out of it, I think.
Look,
Yeah,
I agree with Roa at this point, but there's no best decision in my point. There's a decision with the least consequences.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
There's there's no right decision at the end of the day. You can't
Yeah.
please everyone.
Yeah,
طب
that's
Yes.
true.
سؤال
I have a
actually.
question.
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
Unfortunately, I wasn't part of the SGA this semester, as I said, because I was planning to go study abroad, so I just didn't apply.
Fair.
Mhm.
So I was out of the loop. You four were in the loop. What's a decision that you guys think could have been more rational if you were a lesser group of people? Yani this board, I don't know how many people it is, probably more than 15, 17 people.
It's a lot of
So
people,
what
yeah.
decision do you like think could have changed or would have changed with less number of people?
I think creativity. And you have a lot of يعني variety of opinions. And even when we're in the meetings, obviously we're like 20 something people. Hopefully all of them show up at every meeting, but not everyone's talking. So let's say half of the people are
Yeah.
actually talking. If you have like more people there, even if half of them aren't talking, you get opinions. You get things that you might not think of. يعني we've had so many things in events that we didn't really think of at the time. يعني logistical stuff, whether it's purchasing some stuff, whether it's dividing the budget properly and not forgetting some stuff. When you have more people, you
Yeah.
just get more insight into things. I don't know.
Like random person throws an idea in the middle of the meeting,
No,
so it's
exactly. Yeah.
more people, more idea. Like let's say the Agi Festival, the hat.
Yeah,
it was
the most
random.
It
random
was
thing
very
ever. Yeah.
random.
Yeah,
I
you
love
know,
that, to be honest. I still
it
have it. I love that.
it made the event
Yeah.
like iconic.
Wallahi, tough luck to you guys for topping that one. Because
To be
lucky we
honest,
had
that's now it's a
We'll have to
tougher.
see.
we had people from other unis come just because they saw that we have the hats, you know? And everyone was asking to keep them and take them with them. So you're gonna have to figure something interesting out, you know?
Okay, we'll think of
Have
something.
to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure one of
believe
us
I
four
believe
has the best interest of the batch. Yeah, I'm sure either we'll do it and top it off or just find something new.
find something new. What do you have in mind? If you don't want to spill the secrets, maybe give us a tip
Like,
or a
let's
hint.
keep that for the town hall. Let's catch them by
Okay, fair.
surprise
oh
themselves.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Looks like Hazen's hiding stuff from you guys. I think you guys have some preparation to make. طب Hazen, not directly to you, but maybe directly to you. As someone who doesn't complain a lot, what is something that we as Aggies do complain a lot about that's actually valid?
Wallahi, apart from complaining about the SGA or about like the events and stuff, we do complain to our professors. But something I think every student does complain about, at least I know I do, the ACs in the lecture halls. I am freezing. I freeze in the winter, I get hot in the summer. It doesn't make
Well,
sense.
until
Yeah,
you missed freshman year for me. Well, freshman year me, we didn't just have hot and cold. We had dripping water and we had broken chairs and we had all of that.
Damn.
The lecture hall was shambles. It was not good.
they fixed it with our tuition.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at least our money is going to something. So yeah, I don't know. Well, are
look,
you a
I would
complainer?
say they complain most
Oh,
about the sleep pod. Like every year since freshman year, the idea of having like a sleep pod was there, but never executed.
Yeah.
But صراحة
طب
I'm with
aren't
the
the
idea.
pods that we have good enough?
Like sleep pod, like actually go sleep in it.
No, like
I mean,
proper sleep pods.
you can sleep anywhere in campus,
Yeah, we can.
can't you?
Picnic area is
Yeah.
my go-to, to be honest.
Yeah, the amount of times I've walked past Hazem sleeping on the bean bags. Oh, the amount of
Jokes
times
aside,
I've heard
they're
Hiba
so
say, Hazem,
comfy.
Hazem, we have a quiz. Yalla, wake up. Yes, Omar.
No, I'm saying they're so comfy.
Oh, they are so comfy. They are so comfortable. Um, let's
I
see.
think in person, in like back in campus, another thing students complain about a lot are elevators. I think we've had issues with the elevators since we entered uni,
Yeah, the
especially the
CTN one.
classroom. Yeah, the
Yeah.
classroom elevator. I think for the first year, it was like it was functioning and it was like the most used elevator. And then like last year, it wasn't working for like I think months. Like from summer up until spring, it was like not usable. And then this
Yeah.
year it's very slow. It's been so slow.
And I remember in my sophomore year, which is your freshman year, when I had my leg broken, there was like a period where the elevator at the main gate was always like not working. And yeah, and
Also,
going on
even then,
crutches, yeah, going on crutches from the main gate to like the other side of uni just to go up the elevator,
it's insane.
not
Yeah.
fun at all.
Well, Hassan, you should have known that you can get a parking pass. When I tore my ankle, I just took a parking pass.
Valid. I didn't drive, so I should have, you know. I should have. I didn't know that, you know. It's pretty interesting. Maybe that's something that you should let your students know for next year, in case they break
Let's
their
hope
legs.
everyone stays safe. Let's hope everyone
Okay,
stays
fair,
safe.
fair
Trust me,
point.
you know,
We'll
they
have someone,
definitely
bro. I can almost promise you, we'll have someone ACL injury, broken
trust. Oh,
ankle.
I don't think you know, but there's already someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a good amount of people. Or is there anyone new that I don't know of?
Yeah, I knew someone new.
What happened?
ACL.
Yes, yeah.
Who? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Who is
Omar
it?
opened this conversation.
Omar, you opened the conversation.
I think
Someone we know, someone in our
I
band.
I think it's fine to say, and we're gonna see it both ways.
If it's not
Let's see.
fine, don't say it. It's okay.
What else?
We won't
It's
get
not
into
that
That's
it.
big of a
okay.
deal. Just someone got an ACL, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. طب what do you guys think? Is our uni missing anything big that our students could benefit from next year?
I
Besides
think
like sleeping pods.
I think the main thing that I've seen a lot of people complain about, especially now that we're online, is a lack of consistent communication. I
Oh,
feel
for
like a lot
sure.
of students are very frustrated with the lack of information we have and a lack of clarity. Like it's always a next time or wait for this day or
Yeah.
wait for this day or wait for this. And it's like I think even because especially like student affairs or they have a lot of things that aren't clear for them yet either. So I think
Mm.
it less of their load more on the SGA. So I feel like the SGA could do things that could make it easier and better for them to like communicate. So it's like they're taking less of the load from like administration because they're also probably clueless. Like they're trying their best to find like the best decisions for students. So I feel like SGA could take some of that load and be able to like communicate what they know or like suit students in other ways or have them like I'm not pretty sure exactly what, but there are definitely much more things they could do to like
Yeah.
soothe the students and have them in the loop somehow.
Yeah.
I feel like
I don't know.
they're also,
Yeah, sorry, continue.
yeah, sorry. I feel that they're also frustrated about campus closing down, and
Yeah,
there are so many things to do, but with not much time.
to
Yeah.
do it. Yeah. Especially now
Well,
especially that it's a spring semester, because spring semesters you have graduation, you have all these big events for seniors, and it's like the last few months that seniors get to enjoy their time together. So I think it's also especially frustrating for the seniors because they don't have that time anymore. And hopefully, that
yeah.
all the events that were supposed to happen will still happen post the closure period, like May 10th, I think, is when we're supposed to
Yeah.
go back.
I'm
Hopefully.
gonna take this as an opportunity to ask people that are actually listening if any seniors are listening. Because as SGA, we've been struggling. Because I know I'm a senior.
Hmm.
I've been hoping that there's so much that we could have done. Just because we're online, we're not. If any senior has any desires that they want to do in the last 2, 3 weeks of uni, something that we can do online, something that the SGA can help with. We have money. We have a lot of money to spend,
Whoa, whoa,
and
whoa.
we wanna we wanna be able to make it
I don't think we can say we have a lot of money. We have Gala.
good
We
enough.
still have
I
Gala.
mean, yeah, we still have Gala. I mean, hopefully that works out, honestly. I
Wait,
don't,
wait,
I
wait.
don't.
Who's MC for Gala?
Well,
We're gonna be looking for that. I will be looking for that.
Hassan, are you volunteering?
I mean,
Oh, it
based
looks
on the
like one of the
reaction, I think I'm
candidates here.
out of that. I don't know. I believe I did a good job last year. I'll make it two in a
You did a
row.
good
I don't
job
know.
last year, but I need to find more options. Potentially people who would
Oh,
want to do it too. I don't know who
fair.
though.
Are
No,
you gonna
who knows?
open an
Maybe a vote.
application for it?
Yeah, honestly, I should open an application for it. I had two
Hasn't
people in mind, but like,
like I want you. No, I want
Amazing.
Hazm as my MC. That
Yeah,
is
me
a
too,
that is a
صراحة.
I think
request,
seniors
please.
should vote.
yeah,
I think
seniors should probably vote.
honestly, yeah, we should vote. That's a good idea.
I'll
Okay,
prepare my suits.
guys, we're gonna enter a session of this podcast episode. There's gonna be a
Hmm.
game. Okay, we're gonna do this or that or a ranking game
Hmm. Okay.
and go
Can
through.
before we
Yeah,
start, can I use the bathroom?
go run, run. We'll be back in a few minutes.
We'll be back in a few.
Okay,
Coming.
while Omar is gone, it's okay. Take
Hmm.
your time. Anyways, Omar, you're back from your
Yes.
bathroom break. Um, we're gonna do a
Thank you for
little
letting
game.
everyone know.
We're gonna do a little game of this or that. So I'm gonna start with a couple questions. I'm gonna want each of you to give me your answer. Okay. So, what would you more likely want to hold next year? Engineering week or senior week? Because we've had engineering week in the past, but have you considered senior week?
Senior week.
Yeah, probably senior week.
Look,
Because we're the only batch left, so
I
it
don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to sound rude, like, but we're all senior and engineer at the same time.
Fair
I
point.
think, but the whole concept of engineering week is like to bring like, I don't know,
Diversify the batches
attention
or
to
bring them
the
together.
No, not really. It's like to bring attention to like organizations. So it's like all collaborations between organizations to create events. So I feel like if we shift the focus to more senior related, I know we're all seniors, but it's like senior themed. So it's like graduation pictures. There's a lot of trends and like recently on TikTok, there have been insane trends that could be done.
Yeah.
And I think we could start implementing, since we have more freedom in university than high school, we can start implementing some of those crazy ideas we had as seniors in high school, like ones without actually getting in trouble. Like especially some of the stuff that Miss Sabina does, where it's like, oh, come today dressed in PJs or come today dressed with a tie. It's like a lot of these
Yeah.
crazy ideas, we could implement them and have it like a themed week, and on top of that, like we can have a whole series on it. That way, it's like seniors can enjoy their time as seniors.
You guys should do a
And
lot
I
of
think it's not too late.
once a week. I don't think
I
it's
don't
too
think
late.
it's too late to implement
Once a
it
week.
now, but it's gonna be
We're
online.
trying. Wallahi, we're figuring it out. We're trying our hardest. But engagement in seniors
It's so hard.
has been very tough. So just make sure you guys fix that. Okay. 8 a.m. class or
The second one.
The
The
second
second one.
option,
The
like
second
what
one.
Omar said.
Second option.
Or
Go 9 p.m. 9 p.m.
8 p.m. lab.
8 p.m.
a.m.
lab.
class or 8 p.m. lab?
No,
8
Oh.
p.m. lab.
8 p.m. lab.
Wait,
8 p.m.
wait,
lab.
wait. When do we
Think
finish
about
if it's
it.
8? When do we
Exactly.
finish?
Like
I don't
8 to
mind.
11. Would you do that?
Yeah,
I would do that in a heartbeat. I wouldn't think twice.
yeah,
Can
same.
we skip both?
Fair.
I can't
But
get
I have a
up.
suggestion. Next year, whoever of you becomes the SGA president, talk to Amanda and make her not have 8 a.m. classes. Solution,
I
right?
don't think that's on our hands.
You make
I
it
mean,
sound
it's
easier than what it is.
I will,
No.
collect.
I have
I will collect student voices on this. خلاص.
That's the right answer. Oh, we got the right answer.
My bad.
No, but I do want to say, there's less courses. I mean, there's no junior, sophomore, fresh. I mean, some junior courses, but no freshman, no sophomore courses that we have to take.
The thing
Just tell
is,
them like
there are
make
But the
notes
thing
for
is,
HBKU.
now
You
there's
know?
a different issue.
Yeah, we can't
These
manage
8
it.
a.m. Yeah, we can't really speak about this on this podcast for
I
recording
can.
and
I
we
can.
legal
I'm not part of the
purposes.
SGA. I'm not part of the SGA. Let me speak. I know
Okay.
nothing,
I didn't
so
say
everything
anything.
is my own opinion.
Okay, fair. Yalla, I want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, my opinion is it's not that easy. First of all, yes, we're just one batch, but we have different courses, different professors, different timings. So if mechanical has only 4 courses in the fall, that's 4 other courses, that's 16 whole courses. And also, fortunately, unfortunately, the latter, HBQ is 75% of the building now, so they have priorities in what they want.
Maybe you
So
can compromise. You can tell them, look, you guys take the mornings because we know you love them so much, and then we'll take the
Hassan,
I think that's what they
afternoons.
already did. No?
Hassan, they
Yeah.
took
I
our
think that's what
logo.
they've been doing.
There's
I
no
know, it's true.
compromising. They took our logo.
Oh, on that
No.
note,
We shared it at some point. No?
They put
give,
us
give
down
it
less than half.
give it a couple more months. Give it a couple more months. Okay, next question. This is an interesting one. When you have a group work, would you rather do it with friends or with strangers?
Friends.
Friends.
Hey, Omar.
Personally,
Friends.
because I know my friends, they'll get the work done.
Fair.
So I choose my friends. Yeah.
You're a lucky person, I'll tell you that. Not
Friends, because
everyone is that lucky. Omar,
I
you've
think
been
friends
quiet.
because
Look, I would say stranger. Hear me out. Because at some point with friends, like if it's a serious project, it might get sensitive.
Do you have an example?
I would prefer to say
Oh,
say
okay.
that.
No, I saw you were gonna say something.
yeah, I think for friends, I feel like it's much easier to call them out. Like it's like you know each other on a personal level. Like I have this like I wouldn't say like it's a bad thing per se, but like if I compare last year I was grouped with my friends, and so when it came to the project, it was so much easier for us to meet and work on the project. And it was like if someone wasn't working, it was so easy for us to be like, hey, by the way, like this part is due, you should be getting it done. So I feel like with friends it's so much easier, and I feel like no personal feelings should be involved. It's like everyone is trying to do their best to ace their courses. So I don't think it's like you should be able to like separate your work life and your personal life. So it's like, yes, you're my best friend, but when it comes to the courses, like please put in your
And you
effort.
separate it,
I don't think it's that bad.
like at the end of the day,
Yeah,
you have friends of different academic level. You get my point? So their target is different than your target. So
Yeah.
don't you think sensitivity will be brought?
it will be brought, but I feel like at the end of the day, if you are the type who you just want to pass the course, but you have someone in your group that wants the course, then you should be like decent enough to at least put in the effort. And it's like most times if not, I'm like from every group I've seen, like almost always, the person who really wants to ace the course will be more than happy to carry most of the project. Like they will be more than happy to do 90% of the work. It's just I'm gonna give you this part, at least do that well. And I feel like if that's done, like you split the work based on your academic goals and you split the work based on what you're actually capable of doing. Like if there's like a simulation part, there's a coding part, there's a essay part, you're able to split that up based on like your strength and your academic goals. I feel like a group is fine. Alhamdulillah, that's how it's been. Like that's how we've been
Alhamdulillah.
taking projects into account.
Wallah,
Yeah.
Roa took the words يعني straight out of my mouth. I can tell you, since my sophomore year, junior year, I've been working with the like I'd say same group of people. So let's say going into my senior year, I already have an idea of what I want my senior design group to be. And it's like it's unsaid because each person knows what they're comfortable with in a report, in a project, what to work on. Like you don't even have to really delegate tasks. Just make sure everyone knows. And I have a question. If this semester we knew earlier on that I was pass fail and you were grouped up with strangers and يعني, let's say the strangers just want to pass the course eventually and you need an A, like you don't want to put successful. How
Yeah.
would that make you feel? Like, yes, you'd be more than happy to carry the project because it's for yourself, but
Mhm.
that is tiresome at the end. So that's why I think with friends, you already know what everyone wants.
Yeah, I think with friends, I think also with the fact that they are your friends, like, okay, I could hate this course. I could like really not want to put in the effort, but because this person's my friend, I'm gonna be decent enough to put in the effort because I know my friend's academic goals. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I just want to pass fail the course. I'm just gonna like sit back and chill, knowing that this is going to affect my friend. Like, are you really their friend if you're gonna like let it get to that point? I don't
Good,
think so.
good
I
point, Ra.
actually went through this personally, like for my whole years in Tamu. I was grouped with my friends and we were helping each other out. Like if one of us like had something else going on, we would carry on the work and it would like
Yeah,
and we would not, you know,
Yeah.
it was so easy going. We would get
yeah.
everything done, even if it was like last minute, we would be happy with the results.
Exactly. I agree also with Sheikha. That's another thing. Like if you're short on time and if let's say something happens, I feel like you have more comfort in being honest and like if like something came up, I would be more comfortable telling my friends, guys, by the way, like I know I'm sorry I was supposed to do this part, but like, can someone cover for me? And they will be able to cover for you. And it's just like that because you guys are friends, it's easier to like have that respectful conversation, and it's easier for you to like share that. Like I know if like I'm not really close to that person, even though I know like I really can't do it, I'm gonna try my best, or and it's like gonna absolutely like tire me to get it done because it's like, oh, I don't know if I'm able to tell this person like, oh, please cover for me, you know?
And you won't want to tell personal things to strangers.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With your friend,
That's a
it's
fair
like a no
point.
questions asked. They know you want to do the work, but if something comes
Without,
up, tell us,
yeah.
like, no questions, don't worry.
But of course,
Yeah.
if like I'm paired with a stranger, I'd make it work. But this is like this or that, for sure, friends.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have a couple quick fire. So quick answer this or that. Okay.
طب
So
direct it.
no, each one of you answer. Okay, we'll go through
Okay,
Ru'a, Sheikha, Hazem, Omar. We'll go in that order. Okay.
okay.
Yalla.
So, what is the best study spot on campus?
Uh, blue area, third floor.
Sheikha.
Outside campus.
Okay,
Picnic table,
Hazem,
the one I stole from Hassan.
the one that you stole from me. I'm never gonna forgive you for that. Omar.
Library pod.
Fair answer. Okay. Rank these three from most stressful to least stressful. Class registration at the beginning of the semester, finals week at the end of the semester, or group projects.
Finals week at the end of the semester.
Most stressful. Okay. Sheikha.
I had bad experience with registration. So for me, it's registration week.
Fair.
Finals week, then group projects, then registration.
Yeah, I agree with Hazem صراحة.
Fair. You guys got out of it, wallah. So, junior spring mechanical finals week. That's a tough one to get through. Okay. Karak or
والله
coffee?
alhamdulillah we got Saraki.
Karak or coffee?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Water.
Correct.
There. Okay. Would you rather be too early, always too early, or always too late?
Too early.
For me, it depends on what the event is.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh, I don't want to be too early. I'll be there 5 minutes beforehand.
Okay, fair.
What are we talking about? An event or a class or a
Like
meeting or
in your life, for anything in your
Meeting,
life, would you
class,
no,
exam.
rather
no, no, no,
always
too,
be way too early
too
or way too
early.
late?
No, no, too
Fair enough.
early.
Okay. Okay, here's a tricky one. Would you rather have a very strict professor that gives you good grades or a very chill professor that gives you bad grades?
Very strict
Strict,
professor that gives me good grades.
Okay.
a strict professor that gives me good grades.
Okay.
Yeah, strict professor. At least he'll teach us right.
Fair.
It's a tough decision. Yani. The grades, I'm going to see them once, but the professor, I'm going to see him every day. So I would say, I don't know, else.
Okay, fair. Okay. Would you rather, and this is an important one, would you rather take respect or popularity? So be
Respect.
respected but not popular, or be popular but not respected?
Respect.
Okay.
Respected.
Respected for sure.
Sorry, Omar, I didn't hear that.
Respected.
Oh, okay, fair. Um,
Hassan, what would
yeah,
you rather?
what would I rather? No, be popular. No, I'm joking. I would rather be respected, especially as a SGA president, which I don't know what that feels like, but it probably requires a lot of respect. Okay. I mean, we are getting close to the end of this, unfortunately. But I do want to focus a bit more on, the more important things, leadership, you guys yourselves, and then at the very end, I have a question that I didn't ask you to prepare for yet, which is going to be a very exciting question, but that is a question that we ask every time. So give me a couple minutes and I'll get to that. But before that, I want to ask a couple questions about leadership. You, as the potential SGA president, what do you think are the three most important traits that you should have as an SGA president? If
I
any of you
think
want to start. Yeah.
I think you need to be patient because you're going to be welcoming in people. Potentially, you could be welcoming in people that have never been in an organization. You could be welcoming in people who have a lot going on. And you need to be patient with everything that's going to happen because I feel like a lot is going to be thrown on you as an SGA president. So you need to be patient with everything that comes. Communicative or like be able to communicate because it's going to be impossible for you to like get anything done if you cannot communicate properly with your board. And I think the last thing is you need to be like very, very gentle. Like I don't see a point in like being very harsh or very rude with your members or like with people in general because I feel like you're not going to get any point across even if someone's like not working well on the board, even if you feel like you are conveying yourself to the best of your like capabilities but then everyone else is like disagreeing with you. Always be gentle, and I feel like people are going to like the way they're going to reply, the way they're going to take your words, it's going to be a lot better. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be more understanding of people's situations. As Ra mentioned, the SGA board will be a lot of different people. Most of them will not be our friends, so they would not be open to share personal experiences. So we need to have an open mind in regards to if there's something they're going through. Like we shouldn't be rude to them in answering or giving out some roles. We need to be considerate and to be a listener, of course. We have to listen to what they've got to say. And problem solving.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
as a
no,
president, the board will look up to you and as well as other students. So when we work together as a board, so they need someone to guide them as because problems come quick, and you need to have quick responses to solve that specific problem.
Mhm.
yeah, I agree obviously with Sheikh and Ra'a. Uh, أول إشي أهم is mindful listening. So yes, you're the president, but there is like nine other people who have different perspectives they want to share. So mindful listening is very important. I know it's something Miss Sabina really strives for, and it really does show in a board, and it helps. Second thing is, you need to take things slow and steady. You need to know when you diversify tasks, when you delegate them to the board, not only like, okay, I gave this person this job. You need to know, okay, I gave this person this job. I know they can handle it. I have an idea they can. And most importantly, if you cannot manage your own time, you cannot manage a team. So these
True.
three are very important.
Yeah, I agree with all of them, but I would like to like شيء مذكور حتى بالقرآن يعني تواصوا بالحق وبالصبر يعني and be rightful to everyone and be patient يعني this is a way of living, it's a mindset and create like Sheikh has said a good environment and so the team could be free, and when the team is comfortable, that's where like most people perform. I don't know if you're getting my point.
Yeah.
So these are the top three for me, I would say.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, staying on the serious end of it, this is where I think we're gonna close it off. But it's a very, very interesting question, and I personally like to hear the answers to this. I asked this to a lot of people, even outside of this podcast. And the question is, what is an experience in your life that you've had, any moment, any event, any situation that happened that has changed you in such a way that you believe it can change other people too?
Ooh.
Like, do you
So
mean within
anything,
uni?
it could be within uni. You can relate it to something that happened in uni. It could be something in your life. It's just what's a message that you'd like to, give people from an experience that you've had that could help them change in a better way or give them a different perspective on life.
Should it be uni related or life related?
Anything that you want can be either.
If anyone go first,
Yeah,
I
I
got
have
one.
actually a personal story,
Mhm.
but it's, like the background is religious beliefs, and I know not many people believe in Islam, or like everyone has their own religious beliefs. But I remember in 12th grade, I faced an exam question that I didn't know, and I I made dua and I said that I would put my head down and please give me the answer. And wallah, I kid you not, I wanted to like sleep because it was the last question and still I had like an hour left. I just put my head down on the table. I didn't even close my eyes. And I said, Ya Rabbi, yani ilhamni. And I got the answer right away. I was, yeah.
SubhanAllah. Interesting.
Um, my experience is completely out of the uni and everything, so I don't know if it makes sense, but I have a friend back in my home country, Lebanon. He's like my best friend, and unfortunately, his dad had stage 4 cancer, and I managed to see his dad. Literally, I landed in Beirut, 3 a.m. I still remember that day, and like went straight to him. They didn't even say like went back to my family, and I saw him like at a very low point, and subhanallah, literally the next day, his dad passed away, and after that point, I started appreciating my parents. Okay, I like at a certain point, but I kid you not, to a level, even if they're wrong or I'm so understanding to them to a point like, خلاص, whatever you want, like they're not always here. So we know that, but sometimes you need an experience that actually show you this. So after this point, I remember I went back home, hugged my dad. I was like, I didn't speak any word. So this personal experience changed me a lot.
Interesting.
Mm. I
Well,
think for me, mine is more within uni, but I think the biggest thing that happened within uni that changed me was during freshman year spring semester. I got seriously sick for almost a month. I was out of uni for a month. And I think that was the point where I realized like life is much more than uni. Life is much more than academics. Like there was so much to appreciate and there was so much I needed to like just take a step back and just like appreciate everything that was around me because it was like, okay, if I prioritized my academics over my health, it's gonna reach a point where it's like, okay, I graduate to the 4.0. If I'm in honors, if I'm a research assistant, so what? Like it's like if I'm sick, if I didn't get the time to spend with my family, if I didn't get the time to spend with with my friends, it's like, what's the point of it all? You get me? So I think during then, that's when I truly realized, like I really need to appreciate everything else, and academics isn't really everything.
Hasn't you have
Yeah.
a lot of pressure on you. Those are
No, no,
some good
I don't take
stories.
this. I don't take this question as pressure. I was gonna say how, yani, the three answers that were given, yani, I can relate with Sheikha when it comes to making dua to get an answer for an exam or doing good on a quiz. I can heavily relate with Omar when it comes to death, yani, witnessing someone die, at least in my case, witnessing people die in front of your eyes, it really changes you as a person. And
Yeah.
I will say I do relate with Roa, obviously not to the extent of being 1 month sick, but I know how when I was sick for a week, I know when family members, my mom was sick and had to undergo surgery, etc. You can't name one experience that you had that can affect someone else or they need to go through to affect someone else. As you can see, I'm pretty sure everyone here relates to the other. So it's just there's a trigger that happens in the moment that changes you as a person and helps you see life in a different light. That's what
I
I'll say.
like I like the word trigger. It's always there, but you need something to change it.
Tamam.
Yeah.
What about
Hmm.
you, Hassan?
Wallahi, I've had a lot of things. I think um, one of the heaviest things that can happen to you in your life, and again, this is kind of agreeing with what Hadan was saying, it's a collection of everything that's happening around you and throughout the years that you live. But the heaviest thing that I can think of that really, really changes a person is, the passing of someone close to you. And sometimes it's not even the people close to you. And the reason I'm saying that is because what changed me, and this was maybe over the last 2 to 3 years, was everything that was happening or is happening still in Gaza, in Palestine. Because my entire family is there. That is my distant family. So the only people that actually aren't in Gaza right now are, just a couple of my uncles or cousins and us and my family. But most people are there. And I don't know a lot of them because my family is very big. I mean, my dad, mashallah, he has like 13, 14 siblings, and my mom as well,
MashaAllah.
she has a couple of siblings, and then each of them have like 4 or 5 kids each. So it is a big, very big family. And you realize that you don't know a lot of them. But then when something happens to them, and unfortunately, um, things have happened to them over the last 2, 3 years, but it changes something in you. It makes you realize, yani, I don't know how to put it in words because it's a mixture of a lot of things. You start to realize that the world, as Ro'a said, is more than just the small things that you're focused on. And it's more than just the people around you. I mean, your actions impact so many people around you, and how you react to things around you says a lot about you. And I didn't expect to react in that kind of way about people that I didn't know, but it made me appreciate the people that are around me, which is again something that Omar was saying. And yani, kind of all of it is governed, I mean, at least from my personal experience, by this belief that you have based on your religion. And relating it back to Sheikh. I wasn't trying to connect all of them, by the way, but just
It
naturally
always
happened.
relates back.
But
يلا
yeah, like
حسن, you have
Hazem
two
was
more. You
saying
have
last,
Roa and Hazem.
like, no, Ru'a, I related. Hazem, I want to like double down on his point because everything does matter. The reason why I was saying Sheikh's point matters a lot is because that's what kind of pushes you through any pain. It pushes you through any experiences that might be difficult. Having this yaqeen in Allah that things will work out, things will be the best that they can be, and everything that's supposed to happen will happen. And it's to move on from that, to take that as an experience and let that shape you as the person that you can be. And I think the most important thing is to always try and be the best person that you can be. Everyone makes mistakes, and don't be harsh on yourself for the mistakes that you've done in the past. Don't be harsh on yourself with things that you regret you did, whether it was not being too close with your family at the time where you thought you should have been closer. The most important thing is to take that and actually be closer with them. So take the things that happened in your life and make something out of them. And I think, I probably didn't say one thing that's specific or one particular experience. but it's just a collection or like a collective idea of so many things that happen in your life. But yeah, I want to kind of, brighten up the mood a bit. Going back to what this podcast episode is actually about, which is getting to know you guys. And I personally got to know you guys way better than I did before this episode. I got to learn things about you, and I'm sure that the listeners have as well. And I'll give you guys one opportunity. I'm not supposed to, and Miss Sabina might be very mad at me for this, but I want to give you one opportunity to start your campaign. To begin your campaign, tell the students one thing, one sentence, two sentences. Just send out a message to people, and I'll ask each one of you. We will, cut this up, put it on social media. So just make sure that you're saying something that you want to attract students with. And yeah, let's begin. Whoever wants to start, and then we can go from there. Who wants to start? Omar, do you want to start?
It's too on spot. Ayala,
Anything.
I think nothing to lose. I wanted to say that me and the person listening to this there's no difference between me and you. So hopefully anything concern, any event, anything you want to be part of it, and your voice want to be heard, I'm here for you. I was like you. I passed through what you passed through. No one, like it's a safe environment for everyone. So you got the guy to vote for.
I think a little bit kind of adding on, as for me and my VP, one thing that we really want to give the students is throughout the past few years, we've had a lot of experiences within organizations and in the SGA itself. And we feel like in so many different ways, we were taught a lot. And what we want to do is we want to be able to give that back to students, and we want to give them the platform to be able to say that, oh, a position, you're more than just a position. Like yes, it looks really nice on your CV, but what actually comes with that position? Like, what are the skills you're going to get with that position, and what are the experiences you're going to get? Because there's a lot of things I would have never imagined that would ever happen to me, or like things I'd be doing right now I never thought I'd be doing. So I think I want to be able to have that position to open a platform for students to be able to do that.
Nice.
Yeah, so for me and my VP Asha, we really want to make the Aggie experience something people and like the TMQ community will truly enjoy and feel proud of and remember, because this is the last year of uni, because it needs to be something that would be remembered on years on, because that's the end, and that they should feel proud to be an Aggie and to study at that university in all different levels.
Nice.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I was gonna say something that it relates quite with what Omar said. When I applied to be the freshman representative, I believe I'm gonna say this verbatim. On my poster for people to vote for me, I didn't say that I'm gonna lead them only. So me and my vice president, me and Farah, what we're planning for is we're not gonna lead you. We're gonna lead with you. We're gonna lead for you, and we're gonna learn everything with you. Of course, we're gonna have to do this before in summer, getting started. And one thing I'm gonna note for the student body is yes, the SGA is now only 10 people, but I'm just gonna say this out there. Farah might not like this. Hopefully, one time in 3 weeks, we're gonna have a tri-weekly meeting where every single person in uni is invited to an SGA meeting where they're gonna sit back as, let's say, moderators, and they can ask questions when we're done with the main meeting. So that way, not only can I know for a fact every question has been answered, but I can address it on the spot.
Good point.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's so nice.
Okay, that was a good one. Okay, nice. I think with that, does anyone else have something final to say before we close this off?
I have some, but it doesn't relate directly to this podcast.
Yeah.
I truly, 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 يعني, well, I mean this with every single fiber of my being. I respect Ru'a and Noor so much because they caught me so off guard with their poster when they sent it out, and it was amazing. And I'm having trouble making a poster myself. I really respect it, and I honestly mean that.
Thank you so much. We
Yeah.
put in the effort, and we
Yeah,
actually
and
had like someone help us with the poster too. So don't be too like brought down.
no, no.
And
But good luck to
oh,
everyone too.
Yeah, wallah, good luck.
exactly, that's what I'm gonna say. Whatever the outcome is, whatever it is. It's a nice competition out there. May the best president win. At the end of the day, let's like I don't mind the outcome. I'm actually like speaking it from my heart. Good luck to everyone, and vote for me and my vice president.
Sheikh, any final words before we close this off?
So after this podcast thing, I really will be happy with any outcome, as Amr mentioned. I feel like we're all really good candidates and have something to present in many different aspects and have the same end goal. So I'll be happy with like if any of us win, hopefully me and Daisha, but I'll be happy like if someone else did win. It feels nice to know that everyone campaigning has a lot to deliver.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
well said. Well, I want to thank. Oh, Hazem, one more thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did speak with this was before in the semester when I spoke one time with Roa and Noor about this, Roa and her vice president Noor. We both did say that we are more than happy to know that if any one of us wins, we know the board is gonna be well and the events will be well, and the most importantly, our senior year is gonna go well. And after hearing Sheikha and Omar, because I didn't know they were gonna apply, I know Omar personally. I know he's gonna get the job done.
Thank you,
Might take
Hazem.
some time, but of course, I know his work ethic. I've worked in groups with him before, so I don't doubt that. And having Sheikha's new experience from QU and her ideas as well, that's something I also would not be sad looking forward to if I'm not picked. But obviously,
Okay.
I think I know what the right decision is,
Yes. Okay, I
We'll
think
have to
with
see.
that, I want to say thank you to all of you guys for being here today. I hope that you guys learned a lot about each other, and I personally did. And I wish all of you guys the best of luck going into this campaign. And I'm excited to see what happens. I hope that you guys are just excited. And I do want to say, I agree with all of you when you guys said, I think regardless of who ends up winning this, I think the SGA and the student body is in good hands with all of you guys. I'm confident that you guys can do the job. And I'm very excited to see what you guys have in plan for next year. And I'll be keeping up with it. So I'll be excited to see what ends up happening. And
We're more
yeah,
than happy, Hassan, to have you.
thank you. And
No
Thank
worries.
you.
adios.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Okay, wait.